Well, once more, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the today's class. So today we're going to talk about adjectives. Aujourd'hui, on va parler de adjectives. So what adjectives are and how to use them, the types of adjectives that we have in English. And I think it's going to be a very wonderful lessons, and you will learn lots of stuff with us. So the only one thing that I advise you is to, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because so many things will be occurred pretty soon. Okay. I remember I introduced you, the difference between let's say phrase, sentence, and clause. So a phrase, it's a group of word, okay? It's a group of words. They have a meaning, but they don't actually have a verb or you say a pronoun. As an example, we say over there. Over there could be a phrase. You say in my house, like you ask somebody the question, where are you? And the person reply, in my house or home. So once you say that, it means you say something, but it's not a phrase. I mean, it's not a sentence, it's a phrase. So c'est un groupe de mots qui a un sens, disons une expression, mais c'est pas exactement une phrase comme on dit en anglais, phrase, sentence. En anglais, on dit phrase, sentence, and clause. And I want you to okay, to clearly understand the difference between phrase, okay. Uh, I'm writing this down. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. When you say phrase, when you say sentence. Ici, I say phrase, okay, and I say sentence, okay. I hope everybody can see this. And we have clause. All right, what's the difference? Like I said to you previously, they are not the same, okay? Pretty much the same thing, but not exactly the same. So when you say phrase, it's a group of words, okay? Un groupe de mots qui a un sens. They don't have a pronoun, a subject, nor let's say a verb. They simply have just a group of words. Like you say not yet as an example. Not yet, it's a phrase. Okay, pas encore, you say not yet. But it's not a phrase, but it's not a sentence, it's a phrase. But a sentence basically contains subject, verb, and complement, making sense. So we call this a sentence, un sujet, un verbe et un complément. However, une phrase peut être divisée en plusieurs parties. Une phrase peut contenir, OK, deux, deux autres phrases. Ça veut dire une phrase complexe composée de deux autres phrases. On dit clause. C'est ce qu'on dit en français proposition. OK? Une phrase contient plusieurs propositions. Bien, proposition en anglais, c'est clause. C'est une petite phrase dans une longue phrase. Mais il n'y a pas, they don't actually, the whole sentence ends with a period. Okay, so we're going to talk about adjectives, les adjectives. Okay, one thing that I want you to know today is like les mots français qui se terminent par IFE. En français, on dit natif, on dit actif, on dit passif. OK? Mais en anglais, on utilise simplement la version féminine. Ça veut dire on dit active avec un VE, with VE. Or passive, or possessive, we say descriptive, adjectives, il n'y a pas de IF. Okay, we don't say that in English. Okay, you say adjective. No, we say adjectives with a VE. Okay? C'est pour la majorité des mots qui se terminent, mots anglais qui terminent par mot français ou créole qui terminent par if. En anglais, c'est VE. Il n'y a pas de féminin. OK? Il n'y a pas de masculin féminin. So we say active. OK? Descriptive. En français, on dit actif avec un F, with F. But in English, we say VE, all right, for all of them. Okay? You see? That's the way it is. Mais en français, on allait dire distributif, distributive, interrogatif, interrogative, possessive, possessive, demonstrative. So en anglais, we simply have VE. So one thing you need to know. Okay, we use adjectives to
Teacher,
give. Yes, sir.
you put the board and light screen.
Okay.
It's not great, no.
Is it clear now?
Yes, now, yes.
Okay, great.
Great. Mm.
Okay, we use adjectives to describe a noun. On utilise un adjectif pour décrire un nom, pour donner des informations sur un nom. Like I say candy, or let me take this example that I have here. We say chair, chair. It's an object. If I simply say chair, so I don't have too much information about chair. So I use an adjective to describe, to give some information about the noun. Okay? There are about 7, okay? 7 of them. On a 7 adjectives pour décrire les objets. So we say here, chair. Remember the pronunciation is chair. Most of the time, we get some students, they tend not to pronounce or confuse CH with SH. So we say chair, and here we have share. Share, chair, and share. It's in English, I mean, in French, we don't have this sound. We simply have share, share. C'est comme ça en français ou en créole. But in English, it's different. Okay, there are 2 different sounds. So we have ch and sh. Ch. You might think that they are the same. No, they're not. They don't have the same sound. So we have 2 different sounds here. We say chair and share. Chair, okay? The thing that we used to, like the seat. But here we say the verb to give something. Okay? Partager. So we say share. Okay. There are about 7, okay? 7 adjectives you can use to describe something. Number 1, okay, is descriptive adjective. You use the descriptive adjectives to describe an object. Let's say the chair. I can say the chair is beautiful. This is a description. I can say Candy is tall, tall. Okay? A tall man, a short man, a beautiful girl, a beautiful chair, a nice chair. Let's say this, a nice chair. So we use the descriptive adjective to describe the object, to describe the chair. I say beautiful chair. So we say descriptive adjectives. Now, I just want you to, drop a few descriptive adjectives that you know in the comment section below. Please go ahead and do this. You type a few descriptive adjectives that you know. So I say beautiful, it can be weight, it could be height, it could be um, stuff like that, appearance, like just use any adjectives that you know related to descriptive adjectives. Go ahead. I just want to have this interaction with you guys. Go ahead and type this in the comment section below. Handsome. Yes, handsome is part of descriptive adjectives. You say, c'est pour décrire une personne, pour nous décrire un monde, nous say, alors nous dit, nous garder apparence et puis nous décrire. So descriptive adjectives can be beautiful, handsome, handsome for men, and beautiful for things and women, mostly women. Let's continue. Perfect. Yes. Let's go, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'll just drop a few nice. Yes, nice. You can use any adjectives to describe appearance. Short, heavy, thin, fat, chubby. I did that with you guys. I think that you must know them, right? So let's say thin, yes, fat, descriptive adjectives because you are describing something according or based on the appearance. So you use descriptive descriptive adjectives. All right, good job. So I will continue with that. Okay, sad. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So you say descriptive adjective. You describe someone appearance or you know feeling stuff like that. So let's get a move on. Let's continue with the second adjective, the second type of adjectives that you can use in English to give some information about a noun. Remember, we say information, say information. Remember this. So information. Oh yeah, I say that maybe another time. When I get there, I will explain it a little bit more. So on our quantitative adjectives, ce sont des adjectifs qu'on utilise pour donner une quantité, même quand c'est pas exact, mais pour parler d'une quantité, right? So as an example, we have many. We say many chairs. One thing that you need to know, boys and girls, dear students, is like when you use many, the word or the noun that comes or that follows many should be plural. It should be in plural. You need to pluralize it. So let's say chair. If I say many, remember the pronunciation is many. One of the rare words. So A is pronounced with a air. You say any and many, not may. You say may. Many people. And remember, after many, you should use plural. And you know how to pluralize a noun, a word. You add s, and we have certain words that doesn't accept or you're not going to use s. As an example, we have child. You are not going to simply add s to child to pluralize it to say many, stuff like that. You are not going to say that. You say children. So they are called irregular plural. Okay, like you say 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 tooth, 2 teeth. They are called irregular plural. So after many, remember to pluralize the word or the noun. You say many chairs, many many boxes, beaucoup de. So c'est pour parler d'une quantité. Ça veut dire un adjectif pour décrire. And one thing you need to know, guys, one more thing that you need to know is like adjectives come before the noun. Not in Creole, we use the adjectives right after the word, but in English, it's different. So you need to remember we use adjectives before the nouns. We say chair, we don't say chair many. We don't say chair nice. We say nice chair. Okay? We use adjectives always before the noun. So we say descriptive adjectives, beautiful, nice, we say nice chair. And quantitative adjective, many, we say many chairs. Remember to add an S to the word chair. You say chairs, many chairs, okay? Many chairs. And we also have much. But in Creole, we say beaucoup, or in French, we say beaucoup. However, in English, there are two different ways you can say beaucoup in English. We say many and we say much. Many is used with, let's say, countable nouns. Des noms comptables, des noms qu'on peut dire un, deux, trois, qu'on peut quantifier. However, we have des noms indénombrables, non-countable nouns. As an example, if I say water, imagine I say I have one water. Can you imagine the quantity? No, you can't, because there's substance. Like, you cannot actually give a number. You can't quantify those um, those things. Okay. If I say one water, so how much water? You don't know exactly. But if I say one chair, immediately you think about a single chair. You have you have this in mind. But when I say, um, when I say, let's say one water, you can, but they don't say one water. In order to quantify the water, you basically need to use a container as, a gallon, a bottle, stuff like that. You need to know how to use them properly, guys. Okay? You say many chairs, many people, many computers, many telephones, many markers, many microphones, many books, many notebooks, and so on. So, when it comes to water, coffee, rice, and we get also certain words like information. We don't say many informations. On ne peut pas pluraliser le mot information in English. However, in French, on dit beaucoup d'informations, une information, des informations. Mais en anglais, on ne dit pas ça. On dit piece of information, some pieces of information. Vous parlez de plusieurs, ou bien some information, mais pas de S après information, OK? Il n'y a pas de S après advice. Vous dites beaucoup de conseils. We don't say many advices. No, we say some pieces of advices or many pieces of advices, or, some advice. That's simple, right? Some water, as well as money. We don't say many money. We don't say that. No, we say much money. However, when it comes to the currency, okay, as like you say dollars, on peut pluraliser dollars parce qu'on peut dire $2, $3, $4, $5, right? The same goes to goods. Pesos, of money. So you can say the number, you can count the money. I mean the currency, like dollars, good stuff like that. So if you get confused in terms of using much and many, one thing that I always teach my students is like, you'd better use a lot of. A lot of is universal, you know, whether it's, countable nouns or non-countable nouns, you can use a lot of for them. A lot of information, but remember not to use S when it comes to non-countable nouns. Like you say homework, you never say two homeworks. No, we say homeworks. Some pieces of homework, if you say that, okay? Some. Okay, so we say a lot of homework, a lot of people, a lot of cars, a lot of books, a lot of, like you say, a lot of computers, a lot of women, a lot of men, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying here? So you say a lot of for countable nouns and non-countable nouns. When it comes to countable nouns, you can pluralize it. You say a lot of people, a lot of women, a lot of men, a lot of children. You see what I'm saying here, right? It's quite simple. And I just want you to apply them when you're speaking English or when you're actually writing something in English. Let's continue with the third type of adjective. All right, we say demonstrative adjectives. Like, comme son nom l'indique, on va démontrer pour dire, voilà, ceci, cela. In English, this type of adjectives that we use they are called demonstrative adjectives. Adjectif démonstratif. So, ils sont au nombre de 4. As an example, we say this, objet est proche. Okay, this, that. En créole, on a un seul. Deux, ça, yo. En créole, là, ici, on dit ça, et puis ça, et puis c'est fini. Mais en anglais, on a 4. 2 singuliers, de pluriel et tenant compte de la position de l'objet, okay? So you need to consider the position of the object. If the object is near the person who's speaking, the speaker, you'd better say this. If it's a little bit far, you say that. And when it comes to several, okay, when you have many of the objects, so you say, what do you say? You say, actually, you say those or these. When it comes, when the objects are near, you say these, or you say those. All right, so you say this marker, this marker. Vous voyez? Ils sont utilisés devant les noms. Marker, c'est pour donner l'information. On peut tout simplement dire marker, you can simply say marker, mais il n'y a pas assez d'informations, la personne ne va pas comprendre. As a matter of fact, you say a beautiful marker, la description. Vous voulez donner une information qui a rapport avec quantité, you say many, many markers. Démontrer, l'adjectif pour démontrer une information, on va démontrer l'objet aussi. This marker. J'ai un marqueur là-bas, je dis that marker. J'ai deux marqueurs, je dis these markers. Vous voyez? Let me actually try to get two markers. You see? I say these markers, these, those, these, those, these, those, plural, right? These, those, this, that. Okay. I hope you guys understand the difference between those four adjectives, you know, demonstrative adjectives. You say this and that. L'objet est proche, on dit this. Est éloigné, that. This and that. Parfois, l'idée, on peut dire that. Why do you say that? Pourquoi tu dis ça? Mais on ne va pas dire why do you say this? You can say what do you say that? C'est pas évident, c'est quelque chose qu'on dit, okay? You say what do you say that? Huh? I like that. You don't actually demonstrate anything. It's just like um, intangible, something that you can see. All right. Okay. Let's get a move on. Fourth, adjectives. All right. So you say possessive adjectives when you are referring to the owner. Okay, the owner of the object. I say my. It's adjectives, okay? It's an adjective, but demonstrative, possessive adjectives. Remember this. But one thing you need to know in French, it's complicated a little bit. If you can speak French, you can also speak English. So you say my. You see how complicated is French? In English, we just use a single word, which is actually my. So in French, we need three words. Oh my goodness. Three words to translate a single word. You say my. In French, you say mon, ma, me. You see how complicated it is. Mon, but you say mon. Okay, mon pantalon, mon livre, ma fille, etc. In English, in English, we simply use my. How easy it is. So you say my book, my pour le pluriel. Yes. And when you say this, you say, as an example, you say my. But if you want to pluralize, pour pluraliser, to pluralize it, always remember to kind of use s to the words because, you know, in English, the adjectives don't bear or don't have any modification. Il n'y a pas de modification pour les adjectifs. Like you have to pluralize, use feminine, masculine. There's no gender for them. Okay, no gender. Let's say this instead. So you're not gonna say my for chair. In other words, no, we say my chair, my box, my boxes, my buses, my you know, my children. Only my. But for plural, you use s. For words, require an s. And words that that don't require you know an s, you know, you call them irregular words, irregular words like, you know, children, child, children. You say teeth, tooth, teeth, You see, there are many, like fish, one fish, two fish. So I think we had a lesson on this, and we can come with that again, maybe another level. So you can, if you didn't have any possibility to, to follow this class, they are right here in the community. You can go straight to nouns. We have a sections of noun, so that you can watch the lesson that can help you to better understand how to use properly, the nouns, because we have different types of noun, as we have actually, common noun, proper noun. Candy is a proper noun. Professor, um, is, let's say, is a proper common noun. Candy is a proper noun. So many types of noun. So it's all about grammar. But as in your level, I told you that we are going to, teach you a little bit on grammar, but for the very beginning. So I don't teach grammar, from the very beginning, like lessons. Let's say, students on level one, level two, a little bit no grammar, but grammar comes after, because I want you to be able to speak, to express yourselves in English properly, way before you learn how to say things correctly. But you can try, because I always say that, guys, kids learned, okay, how to speak even before they go to school. Okay, it's not basically the school that teaches students. It's not the school that teaches students how to speak. They learn how to speak home, right? So even they go to school, they don't teach them grammar. They don't teach them grammar, like, PK, I don't know, K2, K1, I don't know, they don't teach them grammar. Say, you need to have a grammar book. I will teach you about, pronoun, adjectives, verb, irregular verb. No, they don't do that. That comes after being able to speak the language. So this is my method, my strategy. All right, let's continue, guys. So we say my, and you know them. I just want you to drop in the comment section below, guys, all the possessive adjectives that you know. Go ahead and type this, and I will be more than happy to read your possessive adjectives. Go ahead and type these, guys. Les possessives adjectifs que vous connaissez en anglais, tous les possessive adjectives, okay? So I say my. Can I have some water, please? Okay, go ahead, guys, please. Let's go. Just in one sentence. My is your. Uh-huh. Let's go. You say my, your, okay. Okay. Great. There. Good job. So in this lesson, I'm not gonna teach you them, but it's up to you. I simply come up with this, to make acquaintance the adjectives, the type of adjectives exist in English. Okay, let's continue. Let's go to the next. Next one is interrogative adjectives, like you used to question. Okay, to ask question. So you say which, what, whose. Okay, whose car is this? On utilise ça devant un nom. Whose car is this? Whose veut dire à qui, pour qui monde ça est. Whose car is this? Whose car is this? Oh, this is my car. This is my father's. Okay? Whose car is this? Which car is this? Quelle voiture? Laquelle? Which car? What car? What car do you want? Ce sont des adjectifs utilisés pour poser des questions, pour interroger, si vous voulez, OK? Pour, voilà, adjective, and you say interrogative adjectives, OK? You say which, what, whose. Does that make sense? Whose, non, whose, c'est pas le whose, le who is, c'est pas qui est, mais c'est différent. OK, regardez ceci, mesdames, messieurs. Je dis whose. C'est différent de qui est. Whose. Not the same word. OK? Whose, whose. So you say, whose car is this? En un mot, c'est un adjectif. Un adjectif interrogatif. So we say, whose car is this? Pour dire à qui appartient. À qui appartient? À qui est en français? À qui est? À qui est cette voiture? You say, whose car is this? Whose car is this? Whose computer is this? Mais ici, on dit, who is? Qui est? Who is there? Qui est là? Exactly. Okay, let's continue, guys. Distributive adjectives. Certain adjectives you use to talk about distribution, like you say every, everybody. Okay, everybody en français on dit tous les. Okay, everybody, global, everybody. But when you say each, sometimes refer to single, person. They say each, sometimes you say each and everybody, each and every day. So we put on faces on, you know, every individually. You say each and every day, chaque grain jour, each and every day. All right. So you say every day, tous les jours, every week, every night, and so on. And each, okay, every, each, stuff like that. And last but not the least is numeral adjectives. We have cardinal adjectives, like when you are counting something, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. And we have ordinal number when we are putting something in order. Say you say first, second, third, fourth, fifth, stuff like that. All right. Well, so you say numeral adjectives. These are the types of adjectives exist in English. Okay? Ce sont ces 7 types d'adjectifs qui existent en anglais pour décrire un objet. If you want to describe an object, un nom de préférence. So a noun in English to finish, because I have to put an end to the class. And this class is going to be available every time you feel like watching this. You're going to be able to do it properly. Listen, just take a look at this, right? So you see here, I say John sees Jenny. Here is a noun, and here comes another noun. So the first one is a subject, okay, that does the action, okay, that, does the thing. You say subject, okay. And here we have verb, and we have here, let's say there is, the object or complement. Okay. Subject, ça c'est une phrase. We talked about subject, verb, complement. To complete the sentence, you say subject, verb, complement. Okay. If you want to give further details about that, you can say I see. Il y a des adjectifs des pronoms, disons compléments d'objet de lieu. You say I see Jenny yesterday. I see Jenny yesterday at 6 o'clock, at 7 o'clock. I know. I saw. You say I saw Jenny yesterday at 6 o'clock. Ça veut dire vous complétez la phrase avec beaucoup plus de compléments. Complément d'objet de lieu, complément d'objet de temps, etc., etc. So, c'est comme ça, OK? So, on dit John sees Jenny. C'est pour rendre une phrase complète. Ça, it's a sentence, OK? So, I think that's all for today. Remember, you can use as well a bunch of, if you want to say beaucoup, OK? Basically, on utilise of pour banana, banana, a bunch of banana. Ça nous les pattes bananes, non, yon bay banane. OK? A lot of, c'est yon lot. Mais en anglais, on utilise ça pour parler de plusieurs. You say a lot of people, a bunch of people, a bunch of. You see? A bunch of people, a lot of people pour dire much ou bien many. I think that's all for today, guys. I don't know if you have any questions before putting an end to the lesson of today. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, raise your hand, and you'll be allowed to speak. Okay? Anybody who's ready? Any questions? Yes. Oh, there's a
No.
discussion in the comment section. Possessive adjectives and uh, pronoun. Il ne faut pas confondre les pronoms et les adjectifs, OK? Les pronoms remplacent un nom. Si je dis, par exemple, chair. Chair, c'est un nom, it's a noun. Mais si je veux remplacer chair par un pronom, mais un pronom possessif, ça veut dire les pronoms sont utilisés pour remplacer les noms. Je dis, this is my chair. This is my chair. And then I don't want to say my chair, and I'm going to replace my chair by a pronoun. So I can say, this is mine. This is mine. This is my chair. Yes, this is mine. Mine remplace my chair. Donc, c'est un pronom. Les pronoms sont utilisés pour remplacer les noms. We use the pronoun to replace the noun to avoid repetition of a long noun or a noun if you want, okay? So, adjectives, pronouns are different things. Is that clear? Yeah, this is mine. Non, ce n'est pas this is my. Après my, après les pronoms, on ne peut pas utiliser un adjectif comme ça. Les adjectifs sont utilisés toujours devant un nom. À moins qu'on peut parler de l'état de quelque chose. Tu sais, it's nice, it's good, mais généralement, ils sont utilisés devant un nom. On ne peut pas dire it's my avec M. We don't say it's my with my. It's mine. Parce que my exige un nom. My quoi? Mon quoi? Ma quoi? Mes quoi? What is my? My what? My chair. My chairs. You see? Good. Yeah, mine. This is yours. Mais on va considérer les pronoms, the pronouns maybe another time. So I have to put an end because since we have another class, I have to take a pause. I have to take a break and get back for another class. Thank you so much for your time. Remember, guys, the lesson is available in the community. You can watch this any point of time you feel like watching it. And you'll be welcome, guys, to that class. Okay. So, yeah. If you don't have any questions, let me call it a day and see you next time. Or you can stay here. You can stay here. And you're welcome, guys. Okay. Stay here for the other class. Bye for now.
Okay, teacher. Thank you very much.